Last time, I tried to make the lightest car ever in automation, and I made like a 500-pound car, which was pretty good, and it actually worked and drove, and it was decent, and it was quite nice. Today, I want to do the opposite end of the spectrum. How hard could it be to make the heaviest car in automation that actually works? In full disclosure, there's a couple of things you need to know. No mods, or well, at least minimal mods. I don't want the mods to be the reason the car is so heavy. It actually needs to work. I can't just make a car that weighs 15 million pounds and then it'll just sit on the line and it won't drive. That's not really a car, if you ask me. It must be able to drive and move. So unfortunately, the game doesn't actually tell you what bodies weigh the most anymore. They only tell you the wheelbase size and then like what sort of type of car it is. If the game's not gonna tell me what's the heaviest, why don't I just go for whatever's the longest? We are doing the biggest vehicle, the biggest non-modded vehicle in automation. It actually doesn't look huge if you ask me. Usually I would go in and pick carbon fiber and then go carbon fiber monocoque, but obviously none of that is gonna help us achieve our goal for today. I've never done this before. I have absolutely no idea what the answer to this question is gonna be. Wait, I guess I also need to lower the quality. Oh no. I need to reduce the quality as low as it will go to make it heavy. But if I lower the quality down, the chassis is gonna be basically made of toothpicks and wishful thinking. I'm so cooked. Wide body, baby. Wide body in the rear. Everybody loves that. That looks... I could actually... Cat, I can make it dually. Make it very tall for the extra weight. I don't think that actually changes anything. What the? Hey, what? I've made Johnny Bravo. Maybe I should make it yellow. All of these fixtures, right? All of the headlights that we can put on, all of the spoilers that we can put on, the rear wings and wing mirrors and so on and so forth. All of those parts have weights associated with them. So on one hand, yes, you could just spend all day, every day, placing more and more fixtures onto your car to make it heavier, but I don't want to game the system. I want to build something legit. So I'm gonna limit myself to making a normal car. I'm not gonna go out of my way to place stuff that's unnecessary just for the sake of putting stuff on. We're gonna try to do it as legit as possible, okay? This version of automation has some new headlights like these, which are definitely not off a Ford F-350. Please don't sue me for it. I like your trucks, okay? I've got an idea. The orange outline of this grille actually going into the headlight is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I could hide it. Actually, yeah, hiding it's better. Now that we've got that, let me give it some Raptor lights. So let's duplicate those. Pop them right there. Beautiful. I've got homemade Raptor grills. I need to get like a big bumper on here, you know, something that says, move out of the way, I'm a big American truck. There we go. Now we're talking. I love how this has gone from trying to make the heaviest car to just genuinely making a pickup truck and then hoping that it's really heavy in a moment. Where's my winch? I know I have a winch in here. That's not a mod, I promise. All right, anyways, I think the front of our car is looking pretty good. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's go work on the rear. Chat, don't say I made a hearse. This is a supreme iconic vehicle. Chat, I'm a Dodge Challenger from Wish. It's a Maxwell viewing booth. It's a giant... All right, let me go grab a license plate. That actually looks pretty good. Yo, 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 yo. I don't hate them. I'm keeping those. Anyways, like I was saying, I need a hood scoop. So let me go for like this one. And then instead of the orange, let's get that exposed steel back on there. I also need a baller rear wing to keep us planted. Ha ha ha! I have a roof-mounted spoiler for the hearse. Now that is what I call downforce. I thought it would be kind of cool if I gave this, or I made this thing like a dually. Will these inner sets of wheels actually do anything? No. Holy shit, they're not even pointed straight. What the? Dude, that actually looks so goddamn cool. I'm not joking. I actually really like it. Anyways, back to what we were doing before. Let's just go get the other bits on, like a nice little fuel cap over here. Let's get some nice door handles on. Let's go for some of these. Nice, classy metal one. I'm not gonna lie, that actually looks pretty cool. Those work way too well. Ooh, wait, I should actually get this. I know what some of you might be saying. Nick, you're really just starting to add bits just to add bits. No, 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 no. This is a caution marker to let everybody know there's danger nearby. Hi, it's me, the danger. I just need to get some nice sidestep, like some rock crawlers, or like, what are they called? Rock sliders? Slider. Let me just get them on both sides and we're looking good. All right, I guess last but not least, I just need an exhaust. Let me get something kind of legit. Obviously, all the diesel boys understand exactly what I'm doing right now. I think 5 exhausts actually work quite well. I'm not gonna get really into any props and stuff. I could always go and throw like a roof rack on, but then we're really getting into the mods. I'm already cheating enough. I guess I should probably stop cheating. Now that we're done making our vehicle look really cool, we have to choose how it actually drives. We can go front wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, so on and so forth. I think 4x4 is going to be the heaviest. Genji says advanced is heavier. All right, we'll go for that. Very good. And now it's time to build our engine. Let's give it a good name. Perfect. If my goal is to build the heaviest engine possible, I think there's realistically only one thing we can do. A V16. However, I'm gonna need to make said V16 out of questionable materials to make it, holy shit, it's 73,000 cc. What? I don't really care right now how good this thing actually drives. I'm kind of just going through all of these to see what is the heaviest. So dual overhead cam is by far the heaviest with 5 valves. Dude, this is a big boy. The engine doesn't fit. It has to be a 13,000 cc engine. So boys, I'm not gonna lie, I think I kind of got cooked. I think my body that I chose is a bit of an L. Wait, Genji is a 29,000 cc engine? Longitudinal 60-degree V8? Oh, is that the strategy? Now we can go and throw on a turbo or a supercharger. What's the heaviest? Yo, look how heavy a turbo is. One turbo is crazy. I don't even want them for the horsepower. I just want them for the weight. All right, anyways, keep going. Just keep getting all the heavy stuff. I need the fattest. I have a 10-inch exhaust. We might need to do a bit of tuning. I could make it worse by lowering the quality of our exhaust. That actually helps as well. All right, you know what? I'm happy with that. We have 4,000 horsepower, 5,000 foot-pounds of torque. Quick sound test. Okay, yo, this thing's definitely gonna blow up. Now that I've got all of that, we can go back to making this thing as heavy as we can, which is probably gonna be a dual clutch. No, a continuous gear. Dude, a continuous gear is so heavy. This is gonna be really interesting. And then for our differential, I guess all our differentials are at least somewhat the same, so I'll put an electric LSD in, sure. And then I've got to crank the quality down. The engine bottom end is experiencing a high torque load. I wonder why. Oh, my engine! Holy shit, that actually looks kind of cool, though. Dude, my engine actually looks sick. But where did my extra wheels go? I'm gonna make my tires as wide as I can. I'm definitely like a, what do you call them? Like a pavement princess. Then I'm gonna make my wheels big boys, basically as big as my wheels can be without popping. I know what the lightest is. The lightest is to do carbon ceramic and then 1 piston, but is the heaviest to do something else? A solid disc? A 6-piston solid disc? Is that the heaviest? Yeah, 6-piston solid disc and then biggest brake. Follow-up question. Do wheels weigh more than tires? Probably, right? Then I can also get massive brakes too. I can get 16-inch brakes, which will be heavy. Then I want an off-road skid plate, active aero with cooling flaps. I want a handmade interior because that's the heaviest. And then what's the heaviest entertainment? Luxury? I guess luxury, huh? Yeah, luxury for sure. I guess the steering will be hydraulic. And then I need the best safety equipment. I've got a sneaking suspicion that this is actually gonna work. So now that I've got all of this on, how much does it weigh? It weighs 23,000 pounds. Oh no. Oh dear. Long story short, this is gonna be really interesting to see if it works. Wait, the wheels look so jank. The wheels in the back look like they've got spinners. A 20,000 pound vehicle You can see my fake wheels in there. They're causing some... Oh my God. Dude, there's no grip. Okay, dude, is there something hitting the ground? Why does it make a terrible noise? Hey, yo, on the bright side, the engine works. Yo, I made a drift car. Okay, so hold up. There's definitely something going on with the car. Like, it's like clipping into the ground. Are my fake wheels breaking it? I think if I remove the fake wheels, I think this will drive actually, like, beautifully. Dude, it's so heavy. Dude, look, I'm turning hard left and it does. The steering wheel might as well not be connected. I think it genuinely has to do with the weight, huh? Genji says, yeah, that's a thing with really big engines. Wait, what? So you're telling me by making a 20-liter engine or whatever I made in the end, it makes it so the vehicle doesn't or like can't turn? That's so weird. Why don't I at least take it to the quarter mile and see what it can do over there? I might as well just go and see what it can do in terms of the old top speed and the quarter mile. So let's roll up to the line. Don't go past the line. Dude, why is it jiggling? Okay, staged. At least I didn't have that big of a problem. Yes! Dude, you have no idea how hard that... I'm doing 150, 160. I think that's a bit of a lie. I think my wheels are spinning very quickly. The car, not really moving. Cross the line. Stop. Full brakes, and the handbrake. Still try to stop. Uh-oh. A 16-second quarter mile is actually way faster than I thought this car would go. Let's go do a lap of the old Top Gear test track. Fire! Away we go. You might remember last time when I built the lightest car, I think I did a lap time in less than 2 minutes, which I was pretty happy with. When I built my 1 horsepower car, it took me about 6 minutes to do a lap. I think this car is going to be somewhere in between. Although, yes, it has horsepower, it doesn't have grip. This is me turning hard left right now to make corner 1. It's not doing much. Oh, no. Why is it jiggling? Why is the hearse jiggling? All right, I guess I should probably start braking now. I'm gonna do a product plug faster than this car hits 0. In case you missed it, we recently dropped some new AR-12 winter hats on the store. They're available now. They ship anywhere in the world, just a heads up. You know it's a bad sign when the brakes are slower than my product plug. Turn! Very good. We're good. I think my engine might be having a bit of a problem now. No! Turn. Keep. Nope. Still left. This is a 4-minute goddamn lap. For the love of all that's holy, take the corner. There's the finish line. Hammer it to the line. And across the line. 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Let's go see how far the brick can fly. A glorified hearse versus a downhill. What's quite nice about using a big, heavy vehicle like this is should be pretty good at the old gravity thing. Something just broke. Go! Hey, yo. No way! 5.5, or I should say 550 meters. Dude, yeah, you're right. Imagine the earthquake when this thing lands. Oh no, my engine. Oh no, my car.